half in ground and the other half is above, so you can put like a deck, but it's the same depth as
Yeah,
like a
that's kind of
one. Yeah, okay.
that's
I
kind of
think that's
what
cool.
Crystal wants. Is she wants to kind of dig it in a little bit so she can put a deck and everything, and
Yeah, because there's
that
something
way she's
about
got a.
I
Gentlemen,
don't
we are
know.
fucking live. We finally got there. Sorry to cut you off.
Wait, hold on. It's probably ingrained in us that in-ground pools are just cooler. It's fucking water, man. Like you could still
Yeah,
dive in an above-ground pool. Like,
Fucking oath.
but for
yeah,
some
exactly.
reason, but for some
Two
reason, you
inches in
went
the
to
fucking
someone's house,
bathtub, you're gone.
dude. For some reason, you went to someone's house that had an in-ground pool. You're like, oh shit,
You
this is money.
measuring it, Nate? You
Yeah.
measuring
But
that
then you
two
went.
inches?
It's about the depth
Of
of my
course he does.
dick. Anyway,
Um,
g'day. Welcome to this episode of Not So Secret Dad's Business. I am Nate Newman. We got Judge Gonzo and our favorite man, Heavy Drop, on the show. How you doing, fellas? What's been
all
going
right,
on?
wait, hold on. So you went to a friend's house at an in-ground pool. You were all stoked, right? You're like, this is awesome. For some reason, you went to a friend's house at an above-ground pool. You're like, you're fucking white trash. Like, what is the difference? Like, it's fucking water, but for some reason, it's so ingrained in us that you just have a better
It's
time.
water. It,
In a,
it,
it's
it,
the fucking same thing, man.
like Judge, you remember growing up, man. It was like we could go swim in the river, we could go
Anywhere,
swim in the
dude. It didn't
pond.
fucking matter. It didn't
It
matter.
didn't
Water's
matter.
fucking water.
It
Meanwhile, like we're
didn't matter.
swimming around like parasite infested fucking lakes and shit swimming in
Or
our dick
the
holes. We didn't fucking
nasty
care.
jerk shore that's got syringes from New York.
And it legit does. Like they roll up all the time. Um, Hi everybody. What the fuck? How was your week?
Not bad, man. Mine's been a
Hey,
quiet
week was
one.
good, man. How was yours?
Um, well, fucking Rob is live. Look at Rob's fucking face. You're
It
fucking
doesn't he
adorable.
look
You're like
sharp?
Barney
He's all
Rubble.
fucking shaved and had a
Yeah, man. No
haircut
Look,
and
all
shit.
right.
everything.
So I had a meeting with the big
He's
man
got the
this week.
down home. I hate everyone who's not white going on though.
No,
He got that.
no, because the boss of my boss is not white.
No. It's just for some reason, like every time you see a picture, like people hate on that. Like now that's like synonymous with like you must want to storm the Capitol. Like I don't get it. It's a fucking facial
So
hair
no.
thing.
Yeah, I've been getting so many compliments. Crystal absolutely loved it. I got
It
told
looks
that
good on you, man.
I don't look like a homeless trucker giving blowjobs in glory holes on the I-95 rest stops.
No.
You
Now
know,
you're just the guy getting them. Like that's what you look like now. So you went up a fucking step.
Hey, dude, actually,
Yeah.
you look like a guy that has a cousin Danny making grilled cheese in the middle of the night, man.
Oh my god, that fucking dude
hey,
is so funny,
You look like
man.
fucking Shane Gillis.
He's a dude. He's fucking hilarious, man. That guy's great. So I'm almost out of the woods, boys. I got like 4 days left, and then appeals are over.
Fuck
So I can
yeah.
stop working all day Saturday, all day Sunday. It's worth it, man. And then today is Saturday. My night school boss calls. She's like, "Listen, I know it's Saturday. We got one kid who still needs to finish." I've said this is gonna be tough, man, because depending on his writing skills, it might take a while. But she knows I always go above and beyond for her. So I put up that thing about how like I really want to get night school teacher of the year because I never got it. I always got day school teacher, which is always fucking strange because I do all this stuff for night school. Um, and she goes, no. I've asked twice, 2 years in a row, because you stay up with appeals people till 1 o'clock in the morning and get them done. But because you won it for day school within 5 years, you can't get it again. I said, but what if you're the best teacher in your building? Like, like, all right, so that's my
Hang on, but
problem with like,
isn't it about nominations and like fucking like people win a Grammy 2, 3, 4 years in a row? How can you
right,
not be
because
in the running
because
for an
everyone
award again?
because everyone deserves a medal. And we know that. I talk to my night school students because they're adults, right? And we were talking about the idea of reward, right? And how it's like staff member of the month is always someone different. Very rarely is it the same person 2 months in a row because it's bullshit. Because if you got someone that fucking breaks their ass every month, they always deserve it. But you can't give it to that person because then people quiet quit. They're like, well, if I'm not going to get it, instead of working harder, now I'm going to do less. So they just sprinkle it around to everyone. A couple times, even during day school, man, people get teacher of the month. I'm like, why? You were out most of the month. You don't do shit. Like, so now it's used as we're recognizing you, so we want you to work harder, not because you're the best person in the fucking building.
Yeah, I get that. Like the last place I worked at, they tried bringing in, employee of the month to, boost morale and all that sort of thing. And it was the same guy that got it every month. Now, don't get me wrong, he fucking deserved it because he was
Yeah.
hustling all the fucking time. But like you said, everybody else said, well, fuck, we don't even have a chance, so why are we even trying?
But they do though. Like that's the thing. Like, and that goes back to the competitive edge that people don't have anymore, right? Like, like if I saw someone got it 2 months in a row, yes, I would ask a question like, all right, but I did this, and then you just seem like self-masturbatory, right? Well, did you see me do this? Did you see me do that? But then again, like not all bosses, like they're not going to watch you all the time anyway. So the whole idea is just fucking bullshit. Like unless you go in and the place is burning and you pull out a fucking cat and a couple children, you're not fucking getting it because of like one thing that you did. You're just not fucking unless it's based on like a sales thing, right? Like if you're all 40 hours and you do like, gutter cleaning or whatever, right? And you got the most people, yeah, I recognize that. But if you're doing something that is very varied, right? And there's no money involved and there's no commission involved, it's really fucking hard to decide who the best person that month is, where you're not just going, oh fuck, we got to do that today. I'll pick Bill, right? Like it doesn't seem to matter almost.
But again, I think it comes down to the whole participation trophy thing, right? It's just, it seems there's no value to it anymore, so people just don't give a
Right,
shit.
right. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, there's that. It's also the whole, if you look at, there's been a whole big push to make people less competitive. It's considered toxic if you're
Right.
sitting there trying to do your best and being the best at whatever job it is you're doing or whatever sport, whatever.
Yeah,
And I've raised my son to, like, I've ingrained it in him, be an absolute monster. I
yeah,
mean, be an absolute monster at everything you decide to do and forget what people say, because they're going to hate you whether you're doing great or you're, not.
of
If they,
course
if
they
they
are.
don't want to like it, but be a monster, but learn how to control it.
Yeah. I said that to a friend of mine. She was having problems with her friend who all of a sudden didn't like her doing different things. And I said, listen, some friends are only going to like you until you outgrow their level of comfort.
Mm.
Like if you leave their little shell of what, and I forgot who it was. It was a lady who did a study about friendships. And she's like, you got to watch because most of the time people will give you advice based on the kind of friend that they want you to be, not what's best for you, right? So, i.e., you got someone who's with, so somebody who's with a girl that you don't particularly like, right? Maybe she rubs you the wrong way. That means, subconsciously or consciously, every time she does something, and he's like, dude, I don't know, what should I do? You're always going to be like, well, I wouldn't be with her, man, because I wouldn't go in for that shit. That's not looking out what's best for him, because she might be great to him. You're only doing like, or if someone dresses a certain way, oh, I don't think that looks good on you. Well, to who? Right? If that
Mm.
person thinks it looks good on them, you're just giving an opinion based on what you want them to wear. Like, I like you looking like this. So it's just like, so what's real advice, right? Like, who's actually giving you, besides the one person who got who's like, listen, man, I don't know what to fucking tell you. I would do this.
Mhm.
But that's why I like what Kevin Hart says. He's like, I can't give advice because everyone's not me. He's like, I can give information. I can give you information about what I do, but I can't give anybody advice. The only person I can give advice to is me, right?
Absolutely.
Because I'm the only person with, like, if I told a friend who's very nonviolent and there's some guy who's constantly hitting on his girlfriend, I'd be like, punch him in the fucking throat, right? If he makes a move on her, punch him in the throat. But now he does that, he don't know how to fight, and he gets his ass fucking kicked, right? I'm not thinking about him. I'm thinking about what I would do in that situation. That's not fair to put on somebody else. So I thought that whole study was interesting, man. Just like, oh shit, like I started thinking about that. And I was like, oh
Yeah.
yeah. I was like, that does make sense.
Everyone's got to know how to throw a punch and how to take a punch. That is one thing everyone needs to learn, because you never know when you're going to have to do it. I'm not promoting violence. I've had a job where for the last 23 years, my whole job was to
It's been
find the bad
violence, yeah.
guys and,
Yeah.
bring them violence.
Right.
But I don't go around looking for fights. I don't go around, like, I don't egg fights on. I mean, fuck, I'll take more time just to de-escalate a
Yeah.
situation
Yeah.
if it works that way. I mean, now granted, there's a time to always go hands on, but it's not like I go out trying to yoke people up or
Yeah.
everything. But
I think that
if
goes
you
along
do
with
not
age
if you
too.
do not know how to throw a basic punch, or even how to block, or even how to take a punch, you're setting yourself up for failure, because someday someone's going to blindside you,
Yeah.
and you could have prepared.
Like,
Yeah.
it's weird. The graph is almost like this, right? the younger you are, well, for us, right? For Gen X people, right? The younger you were, the more you wanted to fight to handle the problem, because we knew that after you fought, the problem was over. There was never a retaliation. It was always like, fucking fight's over, you win. What's next?
Yeah.
Let's go get food,
You
right?
either you
So
won or you
you're
got your ass kicked. Either way,
right,
it
right,
was
and that
over
was
with.
it.
You guys,
That was it.
it.
So you always want to fight up here. The younger you are, the older you get, that graph goes up, but you want to fight less. Like if you've matured, if you fought a lot and shit when you were younger, the only people I know that start fights or continuously get into fights now when they go out are people that lost a lot when they were young or didn't fight at all. And now they feel like they have something to prove. Like when I see like two 30 or 40-year-olds square up in the street over like a drink or a bar, I'm like, you motherfuckers didn't do shit when you were younger. Like you stayed out of everything because that shit is ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. I'm talking like not even people who are drunk, like dumb shit. Like back in the day, like fucking Rob Note, like here, if you stepped on someone's shoe the wrong way in the 90s, you were getting into a fight because you were young. You're the older you get, you're like, I don't fucking care, man. They're fucking shoes. So it just seems like the graph almost does like this. Like as the one drops down, like your age goes up and your propensity to be like, I don't want to do that anymore.
But then you also got to look at that old man that's sitting there that he doesn't give a fuck anymore. He will drop bodies in his front yard, stack them 6 high, and use them as a fighting position.
Yeah,
because
it's weird. Yeah, because at like 70, then your tolerance for everything goes down because you're like, I'm gonna die soon. So I'll kill you in my fucking front yard and wait for the cops.
I can appreciate that too, because I'm coming up on 40 and there's a lot of shit that I just do not have time for at 40,
no, man.
So it's like,
and that goes back to the Mark Maxon book, right? Like, where do you put your important fucks?
yeah,
Like,
where do
I'm
you
not
put
gonna
that fuck
fucking
exactly?
dude. I'm just like, and that's why, like, we talked about the dad area of walking down like the seaside boardwalk or a boardwalk or whatever, drunk people coming. I'm moving because I know better. Like, we know better. Like, I'm not like, and if it was me, I'm not fucking moving. But if I got my kid with me, we're moving. I'm gonna be like, oh, buddy, let's go walk by the beach so we can check that shit out because these motherfuckers are being loud and he doesn't. It's not gonna cognize for him. So we're gonna walk way the fuck over it. Shit, dude, I'll double back and go off the boardwalk because I don't want anything to happen to him. I don't care if anything happens to me. Shit has happened to me a lot, but I don't want to put him in that position and not me fighting and winning, fighting and losing. I don't want him freaking out because his dad is in a fight, period. That's traumatizing for a child. So like that's something like, nah, I'm not going to do that, dude. Now I just go, yeah, all right, man, like whatever. Like, like
it is. I would say my son's the only one that's probably a little bit different because when he got
he's
to
older
kindergarten,
too. Yeah.
Oh, he's older now too. But I mean, when he was younger, he understood what I did. He understood what my job was, and
he has to, yeah.
It was funny because he was in elementary school. Like he was in elementary school, and they're like, so what does everyone's parents do for a living? And like all of them are saying, oh, because it's a military base, so most of the kids are all military, or mom and dad's in this unit, or mom and dad's in that unit. My son goes, he jumps out of airplanes and shoots people in the face.
Yeah, because that's how kids gonna explain it.
Yeah. See, unlike you two, right? Like you two are savages. Let's face it. There's no denying that.
Not anymore, but yeah.
I'd take the same route in that dad area as you, Judge, for the pure fact that that's how I've always been. I've always been one to try and de-escalate, walk away, or just fucking ignore a situation. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't say I've ever been in a fight, but I've had my dick knocked in the dirt a couple of times, and that's purely because I don't have that streak in me to fight back. Yeah. I'm just, fuck it, I'll take the beating and then move on, sort of thing. Yeah. So listening to you guys, it's like, everybody. Fuck, I've got to teach Eli something as well, Like my old man never taught me how to fight or how to fucking stand up for myself, let alone fight, So that's why as soon as I could with Eli, I put him straight into boxing.
Yeah.
At least he can stand his own ground.
Growing up, my parents did not advocate for fighting. They wanted me to do the whole walk away. They wanted me to turn,
our
whatever.
Were the Woodstock
and I lost, man. I lost more fights than I won. Honestly, there were times I got stitches. Times I've had my nose broke. I mean, I probably lost more fights than I won. It wasn't until, having gone into the military and learning there's for me, there's nothing fair to a fight. I will do anything that puts me on top. I will take off my shoe and beat you to death with it.
I actually said
Name of the
that the
game is
first
I
time.
win.
Yeah, I've been saying that. I'm not squaring up with anybody. Like I'm gonna try and but and I did, and I'm not proud of it. I'm only bringing it up because of what you said. Like I bit a chunk out of a dude's face before. Like I'm not trying to this ain't a boxing ring, dude. Like in between rounds, no one's holding up a card. My job is during that time, if we're gonna fight, I'm gonna win, and if I don't win, my job is to do some permanent bodily harm. So you might
Yep,
win
fish hook, eye
the fight,
gouge,
right? But I'm taking a
freaking
chunk out of your ear. Like I'm gonna make you be like, yeah, man, I want to fight, but this
grabbing the
motherfucker,
trachea. Yeah.
yeah, man. Like, nah, dude, I'm not beat for that shit. Like, I'm not just
But
gonna try
like
and swing it.
now,
There's no
like with
rules.
my son, I tell him, yeah, and I kind of do like my parents is like, hey, look, don't fight.
That's what I do.
There's
Yeah,
no point to it. You get nothing out of it. But if you have to win,
Mhm.
yeah.
win that fight. Don't be afraid to punch. There was an admiral, I think it's Admiral Harding, says it great. Punch a shark in the nose.
Yeah.
When SEALs are out there doing their training, they tell them all about all the sharks in the water. And
Yeah.
if a shark starts getting close to you, don't be scared. Don't just
Punch
punch
in
it
the
in
nose.
the
Yeah, because
nose.
that's where all of it. Yeah.
Yep. But for my son, it's like, look, I will never ever be upset if you defended yourself in the fight.
Right.
As long as you were not the initiator of the fight and
Yeah.
you were the one defending yourself or defending
Yeah, I tell
someone
them that
else,
too. Yeah.
I'm 100%. You will never be in trouble. I was like, I will actually go to bat, and I will I'll put the school in their place if they try to put you in trouble because you beat the kid's ass.
Yeah.
Because my son, I mean, we've put him through several different things. He's done 2 different forms of karate. He's done, a little bit of boxing. He does rugby, so he knows how to.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He knows how to get in there and put in work.
Right.
And I've taught him a few things I've learned, being with the agency I am now and, from the military, that things that'll hurt like a motherfucker and the person will probably think their arm is broken or their leg is broken, but there is no permanent damage and it doesn't leave marks.
Yeah.
And, I'm waiting for the day that the high school tells me, hey, he's in trouble. I want to be like, yeah, roll the cameras back. I want to see exactly what went on.
Yeah. Well, speaking of freakish violence, my new guilty pleasure, I have no idea why, and it's me, Hunter, and Sarah. Like, this is what we do now. Like, we get excited. We watch like fucking entitled people get in trouble with cops. Dude, it's my dude.
I've
it is
been
my
seeing them
favorite
line having
run.
their
It's called
tantrum.
Okay.
Daddy.
Yeah, it's like
So do you
it's
guys?
like Karen's getting their wet, and now Hunter knows all the terminology. So he came after me yesterday, grabbed me by my arm. He's like, "Stop resisting." He's like, "You're going to be charged obstruction." And so now that's what we do. Like we yell at each other from. So my buddy Billy, the guy who was in the groom's party with, he's a cop. I called him up and told him, he was laughing, dude. I was like, because Hunter knows all the terms. Dude, at one point he was beating up a balloon because the balloon was mouthing off and shit like that. He was trying to resist. So Hunter goes into his shoulder. He's like, I got a 1790. I need some backup. I was like, yo, he was cracking me to fuck up, man. He did it in fucking ShopRite and shit. I was like, yo, but it's weird, right?
That is so funny.
Dude, it's amazing. And like we live in a world where people are either cop or anti-cop. Like no one's in the middle, right? But it's like, look, man, there's shitty parts of every group, right? Seeing this shit and seeing what they have to deal with. Dude, at one point, this lady refused to get in the car and just kept saying, no, like, you're not taking me to jail. I was like, lady, I don't think you know how this works. Like, they're not going to be like, yeah, you know what? Let's take them off. Like, you're not arguing your way out. And then all of a sudden, everyone's got a shoulder injury. Everyone's got a torn ACL. I can't get in the car. I'm just like, yo, the shit. And yes, I know they're on camera, right? I get it. But some of the cops, they're like, dude, at one point, the lady's like, I hope your kids die. And he's like, oh, that's a terrible thing to say. Like, they keep such an even, I mean, the good ones, I guess, right? They keep such an even keel that like they're getting spit on or whatever, and then they put the spit bag over their head like fucking Hannibal Lecter. So that's become our new it's become our new guilty pleasure, dude. It's
Hey,
hilarious,
there's
man.
a.
Yeah,
I
man.
got one for you to watch. Then I
Yeah,
got one for you
please.
to watch. He is His name is Deputy Slope. He's from the Pinell
Okay.
County Sheriff's Office in Arizona. All he does is pull people over for traffic stuff, speeding, reckless driving, things
Yeah,
like
you're
that.
basic. Yeah, yeah.
But expired tags, all that stuff. But it is hilarious because you get those entitled ones that they walk up and they're like, "So what did you pull me over for?" And he's like, "Let me see your driver's license." Well, no, I asked you what you pulled me over
Yeah,
for.
yeah.
You
Dude,
can't.
sometimes that goes
You
on for
have to tell
15
me.
minutes.
And
Yeah.
he's like, I don't have to tell you that. He's like, you have to give me your license. If you're not going to give me your license, I'm going to pull you out of the vehicle. Well, can I have a supervisor out here? No.
Yeah. Yeah, because they
Well,
all have seen other videos where people tell you what you're allowed to do. And you know, and they record back, and the people are like, I'm gonna record you. He's like, all right, that's fine. Like you can record me, like it doesn't matter, right? But it's always shit like that. Like you gotta tell me, dude, at one point they got and they the cop went up to the car. He's like, Hannah, again? I was like, yo, when your traffic stop starts with them knowing you by your first name and they say again because you're drunk, it's probably not gonna be a good fucking stop, dude. Yo,
yeah.
at one point, this lady got fucking drunk on pure vanilla extract. That's all she drank. And she blew a 0.36 from drinking pure vanilla extract. I was like, I didn't even know that, man. Motherfuckers used to sneak NyQuil. But I never knew like there was that serious alcohol content in
Yeah,
that shit.
yeah, but I've also heard of people getting pulled over on their way home from work and blowing over because they had a fruit salad for lunch.
Yeah, that had, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, because the fruit salad ends up fermenting and creating alcohol.
yeah.
But this is probably a question for you, Rob. But over in the States, can police stop you for a random license check? Or do they have to have probable cause to pull you over before they can do that?
I think they have to pull you over for a reason. Unless like because cops have the thing in their like if you pass them, they can automatically run your plate. Like that's what my buddy was telling me.
Yeah.
He's like,
Right,
there's
they've
an
got the
onboard
computer
thing.
and it
Yeah.
just beep, 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 beep. And okay, Rego's out, they'll go get you. But like over here, especially on long weekends, they'll often have checkpoints set up, which is for random breath testing and all that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, that shit. Yeah.
And so you'll get a random
So,
license check, breath test, and a roadside drug test.
so
Um,
for over here, it varies state by state.
Yeah.
Each state
Checkpoint
kind of has
Charlie,
their own
man.
things, but most of the things, the Supreme Court has ruled that checkpoints are not unconstitutional. Um, that if you and then that's federal law that if you're operating a vehicle, and again, it varies state by state too.
yeah, see, I
Oh,
mean, I've had
Sorry, Crystal was
situations
asking me
before
something.
when there has been a random license
No,
check
but
or something, but they've usually pulled you over because they've seen you swerve or something like
now
that.
yeah.
they can run
Which
your plate at any time. You don't have to swerve. You don't have. They can just be behind you and they can just run your plate. You don't have
yeah.
to be doing anything wrong because
Right.
there
It's
is
just
no
yeah. It's just
expectation of privacy when it comes to the plate. That is public
Hmm.
record.
which
That's public
which
knowledge.
I found this out too. That if you're swerving inside your own lane, that's legal. They can't pull you over for that. So if you're just within your own lane and you're they can't pull you over for
Well,
that. If you
they
leave
could
your
get you
lane,
for a left of center or a right of center,
yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
I mean, that's something that to argue because the center of your lane is kind of where you keep the vehicle.
Well,
So
of
if you go
course,
right
yeah.
or
And
left
that's
of
where you
it, they
want to
can,
be. Like if you're
they
like
can argue it.
look, if you're drunk and you're swerving in your own lane, you're going out of that fucking lane. I'm just talking about
Oh
like your
yeah.
normal people that for some reason can't fuck. Like I got people who can't walk straight. Like you walk next to them and they're pushing out into the fucking road. I'm like, bitch, can you walk straight? Like, what are you
A
pushing me
lot of
for?
it, comes back on the officers. Typically, most of them will sit there and be like, "All right, you ride the line, so I'm not going to pull you over."
Yeah,
But then you get the others that are like, "Okay, you ride the line, you're on the line. Okay, I can pull you over because you're on the line. That's probable cause."
yeah,
But yeah, just running a plate is not probable cause. You don't need probable cause for it. And running the plate, it comes back either as the vehicle being registered, whether it's current,
yeah,
who the owner of the vehicle is.
Mm.
So what they'll do is that's why they come up and they ask and they go, "Can I have your driver's license?"
yeah,
Because it might come back saying that the owner of the vehicle has a suspended license.
Right.
So they're trying to determine that who is driving the vehicle is the owner of the vehicle.
See, I didn't even know that plate technology was there either until a few years back, where I was driving to work in an unregistered vehicle because I was taking it to the mechanic that day to have the roadworthiness done
Right.
so I could get the rego done that afternoon. And they passed me, oncoming.
Yeah.
We passed each other. I'm like, ah, shit. So I turned down the street into work, pull up at work. I'm climbing out of the car and there's the cop right behind me. And she's like, can you do me a favor? Get
Yeah.
back in the car. I need to. And I'm like, what's going on? She goes, oh, the car's unregistered. I'm like, how the hell do you know that?
Yeah.
She's like, the computer told me. As soon as I passed you, it beeped, told me you were unregistered.
Also, the amount of people that when they're pulled over go fucking apeshit and then say they want to call their mom. Dude, their mom. Every woman, and like maybe some guys do it, but it's normally women that are getting pulled over for crazy shit, or at least on the videos that I'm seeing. No, I'm not going anywhere until I call my mom. The one cop was like, "You're 23.
Yeah.
Like, what do you need to call your fucking mom for?" Dude, it's wild, man.
I saw one yesterday where she was, they've gone, okay, we're putting you under arrest. They've got her on the floor and she's just screaming, I'm not under arrest. I'm not under arrest. It's like,
like
as
I'm
if
not.
that's going to undo what the
Yep.
guy just said, like a reverse card or some shit. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck.
I was like, that's not how that works. Okay, wait.
And I think that goes back to like the whole participation trophy thing. Because remember you and me growing up, Judge, if we had a run in with the police, it was if we don't talk, the right way, we're definitely getting those nickel handcuffs and going in.
Okay. Last week we talked
got to
about
touch on this for sure.
porn. Wait. Before we start that, there's a company called Comics on Coffee. They do like these coffee and like Lord of the Rings and Star Wars themed coffees. I got to shout them out only because, yes, I did originally buy them because it was comic book stuff. Guys, it's the best fucking coffee. It's so fucking good. And each one of the characters has like a different like flavor. Like the Wonder Woman one is like coconut and pecan. And I'm like, well, I'm going to get it. I'm probably not going to drink it because of dude, they're all fucking really good. And from what I understand, it's a pretty small company too. They're so fucking good, man. Like, I don't know if you guys can get them. I know comic book shops have them. And they have an Instagram that I think is just Comics on Coffee. They're really fucking good, man.
Surely it'll be on Amazon. Everything's on fucking Amazon.
Probably, but Amazon might take a chunk of their, like, if they're small enough. Like, I don't even know if they're going to want to do that. All right, yeah. So that was okay. So last week we talked about Texas and their cream, in which I fucking laughed so hard I gave myself a goddamn headache. Then I put out an open call to people from anywhere using that NGL thing, which I didn't know what the fuck it was. Like I had to download and everything because I don't know if people want to actually share it. I asked for verification of people from different states and what they searched for. Obviously, I don't want to know who it is. I just thought it was fucking funny. And I got a lot back.
I saw a few of the responses on your stories and I had to laugh. And there was one there that you're like, I don't even know what that is, but we'll talk about it.
We're going to talk about it. But apparently Rob has information for us when it comes to porn searches. And he was about to tell us before the show. And I'm like, please don't. You got to save it because I want to have a genuine reaction for it. So Rob, why don't you lead us in and I'll take us away with the.
Well, a lot of people don't realize is being a single soldier and everything, you kind of get.
Oh, well, yeah. Sorry, Rob. Hey, what's up, kiddo?
Sorry, I'm on grandfather duty. Shh, gotta be quiet. All right, I'm on peepaw duty. So there's a lot of searches and a lot of things you get exposed to. So I found out your answers to some of the ones you wanted. So right. Transformation, because I asked the buddy.
Yes, please, thank you. Okay.
All right. So transformation is the type of porn when like the guy wakes up and he's a girl.
Really? Hi.
Yeah, it's like sudden transformation, like you woke up in another body and everything. All right, go see.
That's Mimi. A thing.
Go see Mimi.
So that's like.
So is that more like a role play thing then?
That's like anime Ranma half, where like you splash a certain temperature of water on me, just becomes a girl or a guy. Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's like if Judge Gonzo right now went to sleep and woke up you know, with 36 double D's and
That'd be the best day of my life.
freaking everything.
It'd be the best day of my life.
So be getting any work done.
According to the people, that's what it is. And you're tickle porn.
Yes. It's not
You know,
like it's not
like
as gentle as we thought.
No, it's like tickling. And then milking isn't the jug milking you were talking about there, though there is that one. It's you know, like the dude is there and can't
that's the
move,
one that
and she is going
milking
to town,
him like a cow. Yes, I mentioned that last
milking
week.
him like a cow.
I think there was another one that I was like, what the fuck is that? Dude, the transformation one, I didn't even know that was a category. I've never even seen that fucking category before. That blows my fucking mind, man. I've never seen that before. Okay, well, we did get some people from all over the place, which I thought was really cool. States and people I didn't even know we had listeners, which is really fucking cool, man.
Yeah,
or just people I'm associated with, doesn't matter. And again, I told not everyone to leave their name. A couple of people are like, can I? And I'm like, no, like don't send us down that fucking path. Don't worry about it. Everyone's gonna get. So the first one I saw was someone from Alabama, and it said sister/cousin. Sister/cousin stuck in the dryer.
Oh shit. Okay, so that's like taking two separate genres and just putting them together.
I've seen that before. Whereas like, bro, because I always call each other bro and sis, anyone ever fucking does that. Bro, I gotta get something. Can you come over here? And all of a sudden he starts banging her into her dryer. Dude, that's fucking
I gotta get this
hilarious.
sock right all the way in the back. Oh no, I'm stuck. Help me, stepbrother.
That's fucking hilarious. Dude, you know that's like the number, like every time, like if you just go to like Pornhub regular, not even the stuff that's recommended, like some of the if you go on most viewed, it's all incest stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like fucking all of it. Like the most viewed isn't like lesbians, it's not that. It's fucking brothers, sisters, moms, stepmoms, all the way down. And then X Video had one of like real twins though. And I know that sometimes they do makeup to make them look like it. Nah, motherfucker. These were there's two guy twins, which I didn't even know they were allowed to show that. Two guy twins and two girl twins. Motherfucker, I'm not talking about like at one point, dude, at one point I was gonna throw up. It was now again, it could have been fake. It was a daughter and a mom, and they hold up their licenses so they can prove it, and then they start, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, is that I thought incest was illegal.
That's illegal.
You can't show that, can you?
Yeah.
I don't know. But Pornhub got nailed one time. Remember when all the Omegle stuff was getting posted? Like just random people looking at each other and shit. Like, yeah. I think they said that there was a report of like 7,000 to 8,000 videos that featured underage people, but no, you can't prove it's fucking Omegle, right? So they yanked down like 7,000 to 10,000 fucking videos and shit. But I was like, God damn, yeah, I was like, this is really fucked up. Like, this is the gross. Like,
well, Joyce has jumped in, and so we are going to have to look at this. She says it's not illegal. It's illegal to marry, but it's not illegal to.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
But maybe that's California. Again, maybe it's a state by state law. I'm not sure. We're going to have to look into it.
Fuck that. I'm not looking that up on my, unless I had one of the VPN things that you were talking about. I'm not looking up, is it legal to fuck your brother or sister?
Judge is hooking up the VPN, logging into Tor, going onto the dark web. Is it illegal to fuck your mother?
Yeah. Well, it was like just like today, I was talking about it with Crystal and my brother-in-law and everything. I just found out apparently, because I mean I haven't looked in porn and I don't know how long. I've just haven't.
You're a liar.
No, I haven't, because I found out from my brother-in-law that apparently in North Carolina here, you actually have to do age verification in order to get on porn sites now.
On
and that apparently started like several months ago.
Yep.
And, you know, so I was just like, wow, okay. I was like, now I guess I need that VPN. So,
yeah,
you know, they think I'm in like freaking Australia over there with my name's Nate. I'm looking at gay truck stop stuff on 95.
Wait a minute. So what happened with, wait, hold on. Am I allowed to say who it was, or you just want to say someone that you know? About the story you were going to tell us before the show started? About the person who looks up.
So well, it was my son. I mean, come on, we talked about the OnlyFans thing. So anyway,
I know.
So
I just wanted to make sure.
Like, what is your? I even asked him. I go, what is your go-to porn? What do you look up? And he goes, Latinas.
Yes. Love it. Love it.
And
My man.
I'm looking at him, I was
a
like,
gold star
bro,
from
no,
me.
no, don't. I was like, stay away from them. He goes, why? I go, they will cut you.
Yeah, but they're awesome.
Dangerous.
Yeah,
they're
but
full of fire, man.
Yeah, but they're worth it. Dude, I'll take a stab shot I married one. Come on, man. Fucking please. I know better. Dude, if your kid gets the gold star today, man, that's fucking amazing. Which, by the way, on that note, Texas. Someone from Texas hit me up. Texas, Latinas. We love our Latinas out here. I was like, what up? That's fucking awesome, man. Good for you guys.
Hey, how's this?
So Texas is not just creamy.
It's creamy Latinas. A little bit of milk with your coffee.
What, like yeast infection creamy? Like, are we talking about like viscousy?
Sour.
Ooh, that's nasty.
That's then going on to a recipe website as well, right? How to make sourdough bread.
Oh, come on, man. Oh, which, by the way, real quick, Worms WMD is free, or it's like $4. It's Worms Armageddon with some fucking updates where they actually have all of the accents and stuff like that. It's back. Me, Sarah, and Hunter play it, and Howie from England is going to get it. It's just as good, dude. It's fucking incredible.
Yeah,
so
I got it when we were up in Massachusetts, but
so
I mean, I haven't opted on it.
Okay, Utah nugget porn. All right, so we're here. What? I didn't want to look it up because last time I fell into something like that, someone's like, "You got to look up blue waffle," and don't ever look that shit up.
That's an experience, isn't it?
That'll fuck you up.
Do not look up blue waffle, man.
Or for new people, do not go searching up the 2 girls 1 cup fucking rabbit hole. You don't want to do that either.
Or one guy 1 jar.
Or Mr. Hands. Don't look up Mr. Hands either. Do not look up Mr. Hands. Stay away.
Lemon party. Don't go look at the lemon party. But I have a basic understanding of nugget porn. I have gone looking for it because I don't know if it's going to be my flavor. But I believe nugget porn involves a quadruple amputee. No arms, no legs, just a head and a torso.
Is that because they're built like a chick? Shut the fuck. Wait, is that because they're round like a chicken?
Like a chicken nugget. Yeah, I know, Judge. Bucky's had to take a walk. Take a walk, Judge. Walk it off. So I believe that's what it is a quadruple amputee is nugget porn.
Yeah, it is. No, you're right. I definitely had to throw up to incognito mode because I can't be. Yep, it says it is porn with people who don't have arms or legs.
Holy shit. They couldn't.
I thought little people porn was like going somewhere, midgets, and then dude. I heard about, and then that got so normalized, and now I'm hearing about nugget porn, and I'm like, how do you make that step?
Okay, so here's why I didn't look it up. Anything that sounds like it could have something to do with illegal people, I'm not going to look up. Like, I'll look up midget porn. I will not look up little people porn because you don't know who the fuck's looking at that shit, right? But dude, nugget, that's fucking hilarious and awful. But you know the guy CJ or whatever his name was, where every time he has a reaction, that Jesus is next to him, and he's like, that's the nugget thing for me, man.
McNugget, please,
dude. I didn't even know that was a thing. Holy shit!
Nugget. Look, there you go.
Look, I'm not hating on whoever put that up. Look, to each. Listen, we ain't king shaming nobody. Whatever does it. Look, man, life is too short, and it sucks too bad for anyone to talk shit about the stuff that you like. I just never heard that before. I've seen picture, like, you know, because you're just sweeping through, like, what the fuck? But I never knew that was a thing.
Yeah, I only heard about 6 months ago, and I was like, is it? But I never really went looking for it because I'm like, do I really want to see what this is, you know? So
yeah, I was today years old when I found it, and that would definitely be something we would have been passing around the base.
Oh, absolutely. Like, dude. If this was like on
that was the other thing too. Like when we would deploy, people have external hard drives. We'll have movies on them, things like that. But you'll have a little folder on there that says "not porn."
Yeah,
and that's the code word for everyone that, you know, when we share the hard drives and everything, you know, they would copy that because you might have videos they don't have. So
right,
you know,
it's like trading cards.
Oh, it was like trading cards. I mean, like, I've got a 4 terabyte.
It's like poke your mom.
that's filled with like every
I
single
like that one.
movie and series. That's why I said, Nate, I'm gonna send you this hard drive so you can watch all the movies I have on it and finally get caught up to where me and Judge are.
Oh, which by the way, Sarah finally saw Monty Python and Search for Holy Grail. And when it ends, she goes, "No, it doesn't fucking end like that." I'm like, "That's how
Yeah.
it ends." She's like, "How
That's
long
how
does
it
the song
ends.
go on for?" I'm like, "An uncomfortable amount of time. It's
Yeah.
like 10 minutes. It is just that's it." Someone from New Jersey, obviously, right? Home. MILF and POV stuff, it's also impossible to avoid step porn. So we got a second one.
Mhm.
So we got MILF stuff, we got POV stuff, which I was not like, I get it. Like I've seen it, but like what like if it's POV, like wouldn't you just be looking directly at the person's face?
Yes.
I mean, if you're a girl, I guess you're like a little bit, right? You got the whole thing fucking going on, like you get that. But like, is that what it is? It's just
Yeah.
you looking.
It'll be
No shit,
essentially like this girl filming herself. She might be humping the pillow or whatever, but it's meant to be
right?
like her riding you and you're watching her jubblies
Oh,
bounce
so it's not
around.
even
And,
with
Or
somebody else.
if you were looking down while she's doing stuff.
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I've
While
seen
you were
that
watching.
in other video, but I've never seen one that was just solely that. I want to try. I did once because I had the little hookup for the phone. There's ones on like Pornhub that are VR ones, but you need like the glass, like the thing where you slip the glasses into and shit.
Yeah.
I just wanted to try it just to see what it's like. Because it can't be good. Like it's got to be choppy as shit, right? Because it's filmed in what, like
I'd
a
imagine
380
so, but I've seen it.
or like a
I've seen it
360.
without the glasses, and it's just like the two pictures
Yeah,
kind of angulated.
right.
Yeah.
Because it's got to get like a whole. Yeah, I was thought that was fucking weird. I mean, I want to see it just because I've never. Because the phone thing I had was shit. Like it kept, like it was chopping up too much. I was like, all right, I can, like, I get it. Like it's anything else in VR. It's pretty cool. But like, I haven't had to experience. But I haven't had the opportunity to experience it fluidly. It's always been, through shit. I got a Sydney, dude.
Oh, we got
Sydney,
Sydney.
Australia. Sydney, Australia said double penetration. Nice.
Go Sydney.
Nice.
Go
It's either
Sydney.
that or
Yeah,
airtight.
or what?
Airtight. That's all holes filled. Airtight.
Okay. Fair enough. I haven't heard that as a term before.
Airtight.
So that's new. All right. Well, I'm throwing one in for Sydney because I mean,
yeah.
because you guys are gonna. I'm sure you'll share with us later, but I'm a BBW kind of guy.
Nice, dude.
I'll go for the solo BBW 90% of the time.
Good shit.
I don't want to see a dude in there or whatever, but a solo BBW, like I can get on board with that. And I mean, there's a little more to love, more pushing for the pushing.
Mine changes depending on the day, right? So like, or like a span of time. Right?
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
like, so right now my area is interracial stuff, dude. Like that's just my niche right now. I just want to see that. I don't care what role it is. I just like the flip flop. But it depends, right? Because I also like, I'll just look up dudes sometime, because it's not a fucking secret. I've been over it before, right? So like, it depends on what it is. So when I have a go-to, it's only the go-to for that period, like the 2-3 weeks or whatever.
Oh
right?
yeah, you go
and
through stages. Yeah. Like I mean, I went through, and sometimes I will come back to it. I went through a mature thing where I was like checking out nanas and all this sort of thing. Like that's because I mean that's popular lately as well. Like the golden generation, so to speak, is really fucking popular at the moment.
Wait, like GILFs? Like your grandma and shit?
Yeah, GILFs.
No shit.
Yeah.
I never got behind that. Like I've seen, like, look, there's some people like, so like, isn't Sophia Loren like 70 something years old and shit? She looked fucking fantastic.
Yep.
And then there's but like that's not common, right? Like a couple people on the Golden Girls are older or as old as Sofia Vergara. And Sofia Vergara may as well be carved out of fucking stone, man. She's fucking incredible. Yep. Like people are just kidding. But again, she's Latina, right? They age different. Like they don't age like everybody else and shit. Like they stay. Weird, yeah. It's fucking. Meanwhile, I'm aging like a fucking lizard. Like that's just what happened. Like Italian guys stay looking young and kind of like gangstery until a certain point we wake up, we're like, I look like dog shit. And then that's how they look for pretty much ever else.
Well, see, I also found this week top relative categories by generation. So I got the boomers, Gen X, Gen Y, and Gen Z.
No shit.
And so when it comes to the golden generation, the boomers are really into mature.
No shit. Like well, I mean, I guess that makes. Well, that was also the graduate generation. Well, You're not going to
Yeah.
understand that, Rob will, right? Where it's like there was always
fuck off.
what?
Here's
Come
to
on,
you, Mrs. Robinson.
Listen.
I get it.
You're shocked that wait. You're shocked that we're assuming that we haven't fucking seen a movie.
You just assume that I've never seen any movie ever.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
I got him with Jurassic Park the other night.
Oh, dude, you got me so fucking fired up. I'm like, you know what? Go fuck yourself. Like, who? I have a 7-year-old son. Who hasn't seen Jurassic Park?
That would have been. Listen, man, we would have had to call an intervention. Like, we would have fly out there, strap you down to a chair, and watch all this shit. Okay. And here's the one Nate was talking about. I know this is a friend busting my balls, but I don't care. And that brings up to the point there's always something. This is bearded, bald, muscular men in Kratos cosplay, fucking watermelons and cantaloupes. It's hard to find, but it's out there.
Hey, look, Judge, I'm telling you, man.
It's out there.
It's out there. And $20 is $20, bro.
Oh, I don't give a shit. Dude,
well, that's what Judge said. There's an opportunity there for him to start an OnlyFans.
Dude, I've gotten asked more times, and it's not by women. It's actually from my British and Irish gay friends who were like, dude, we're telling you, we will pay. And I was like, I can't, dude. A nurse got fucking fired during COVID because she had one, and she was just like,
there's been teachers. Yeah, there was a teacher in Arizona that got canned because of it, because their students were watching it.
And then there was another teacher that got canned, and she's like, I don't fucking care because I just made more money in a summer than I'm ever going to make my entire life teaching. So she made that part of her thing. She would dress up as a teacher. She got a whiteboard and stuff like that.
Then like those ones we go back to, they killed themselves.
Yeah. And it's that's rough.
It's like today I saw an Isaac Butterfield video where he was talking about this woman who got fired from her job because her job found her OnlyFans. And so she started protesting in the streets with signs and shit, like trying to slam the company that fired her.
Right.
And the internet gave zero fucks.
Yeah, of course.
And Isaac Butterfield, like, he's like, the internet does not care. You're selling your body online. Yeah. Nobody gives a shit what you have to say. You got sacked from your job.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't fit with their fucking ethos. That's fine. Like, there's no reason they can't let you go for that.
So admittedly, I do feel really bad. I was watching one, and it wasn't one of those. It was a previous video where it was like cops busting up, random people doing stuff. And the one lady apparently was seen from afar pleasuring herself on the beach in like a secluded area. The cops came, they busted her. And she was like, you don't understand, this is going to ruin my life. And like a week later, she killed herself, dude. Like, I'm like, God damn, like, listen.
Yeah. I know that. She was doing it wasn't
fucking carnival.
They were probably about 100 feet away. I mean, that's still decently far. But she had like a camera set up. I think she was recording it.
Oh, that she didn't. So the only thing I saw or heard about it was she was on the beach in a relatively secluded area, and somebody saw it and they called the cops. I didn't know she had like
it was like a family was walking by or something and saw it and then called the police on it.
Yeah. I mean, all right, like that's fucked up. Like if she was doing it on Miami Beach at night during like where's all adults, that's fucking one thing, man. But you're not doing that shit like in the middle of a park. That's fucked up. Then she deserves. Well, I don't know if anybody deserves that, but yeah, that's fucking weird.
Or I mean, we're used to seeing it on the New York subway, so I mean, it wouldn't have.
Yeah, man. People these days, like my son's 10, right? But even kids, I was like, guys, you don't know what New York, what Times Square was like in the 80s, guys. That's not the shit you see in old movies. Is not a joke. It was gunplay and fucking and peep shows and drugs in time. Now there's a Disney store there and an M&M store. It was not like that, man. No one went down there, especially at night. During the day, you went down there to fucking work because it's businesses and shit. But that shit was a cesspool. And then it was Giuliani who cleaned it all up, right? Or like he started selling like the big areas for businesses and shit down there.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, not just him, but like just about all the financial elite down there got in on
dude,
that.
I'm like, dude, I said like, the city stuff you see in like, Beverly Hills Cop that shows a dirty city, or RoboCop, that was New York City, man. It was all gangs and it was all pimps and hookers, dude. Hookers right in the middle of fucking Times Square. That's what that shit was like. That's exactly what that shit looked like at that time. No one went down there, man. Fucking Central Park, people were getting killed all the time in fucking Central Park. And Central
You'd be
Park was run by
surprised. They still
gangs.
got that shit in Hawaii too now, though. Like,
I
unless it's
heard,
changed, you
dude,
go
I
down the
read,
Waikiki Strip. Any girl wearing clear pumps was a prostitute.
no shit, really.
Yep, that was
You want,
the international symbol. Some of them you had to check to make sure it was a legit chick, though, because you couldn't
yeah.
tell the difference.
So someone who went on holiday to Spain with a friend was at the pool at the resort, and three girls kept young, 13, 14, 16 tops. And they're like, hey guys, and they're kind of talking like broken English. And like these guys were older, like, hey, like, where are your parents? And like, oh no, no, we just want to come over and say hi. We like your accents and shit like that. And he said the one girl who looked like the youngest was like sitting on the pool and like sitting with like her legs in the pool and like opened up her legs, shit like that. And then they started asking like, how big's your dick? And they're like, what the fuck? And he's like, oh yeah, dude, prostitution over there. They don't give a fuck about age, man. Like they send them out to go out there. He's like, it was probably the parents that sent them out. I was like, holy shit. So yeah, man, stuff like that's fucking crazy.
Hey, I'll
I
tell you
got
what though, Christine, while we're on prostitutes, and this fucking blew me away. Christine was telling me most mornings she gets to work and there's a pair of hookers standing on the corner of the street that she works on, right? Now, this is in an industrial area. These
oh
girls are
god,
coming
yeah,
out to the corner and they're hanging out there for the night. And they've got their beat up old car with
yeah,
towels all up along the windows and shit. So I'm
yeah.
assuming that these girls are just like, hey, picking these
Just
guys
rotate,
up
yeah.
into their car, doing the deed, and then they're out. And so I said to her, like, hey, are these prozzies hot? You know, are they good to look at? She goes, nah. Like you wouldn't want to touch them with a 10-foot pole. I'm like, well, are they
Uh,
making money? She goes, oh, they're making money. She said, but they're ugly as sin. So I'm like, how the fuck? Like,
I
if
just got
that's
a
the case,
text.
I could go make money.
I just got a text. I'm not gonna say who yet because I didn't get it. It said, bro, I dated a porn producer. I have wild stories. We need these in a bad way. Um,
Yes, I know who this is as well. It's
but
been mentioned in the chat.
right, but they didn't put it at, like, I'm not gonna say who it, but this is some shit that like I want to know. But like, well, I'll say it's a she deserves to be on the show anyway. She's fucking
Absolutely.
hilarious.
Yeah, we'll get her on the show
Oh,
at
that would
some
definitely
point.
be
We'll have to
awesome.
talk
I would
about it.
love to. I would
Oh
love to hear
god,
some of
dude.
those.
Yeah. And then I have some California gay cuck porn, which is weird. Like I could get into that. So like my limit for that is if someone's there watching, I'm okay with that. But when they start like talking shit about the person, like that's where my like don't like listen. You're doing that because I'm a voyeur. Like that's cool. Like I'll watch and shit. Like don't turn around and start talking shit on me. So like my like so I don't know if that's still in the same category, but like big ups to this person, man. They're like California dude, gay cuck shit. He's like I like to get yelled at why fucking. I'm like wow, that's pretty dope. But it's like I don't know. So where do you guys stand on the watching your or so, like the porn where like someone's boyfriend is like or the girlfriend's like, I'm bringing home a friend because you always said you wanted this, and then like fucking Shane Diesel walks in and he's like, you're a piece of shit and wear this fucking cuck thing, the plastic thing, and like all the rest of that shit. Like, where are you guys on that?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It depends how insane it gets. Because, like you say, there are some guys that really like to be dominated as they're being cucked. So that I've noticed a lot of chastity
Yeah,
cages have been coming into play lately.
I never even knew what those were until it was brought up in conversation, and I'm like, what is
Yep.
that? And it's literally like a plastic holder that if you start to get hard, it hurts
Yeah.
because it's only. I'm like,
Yep. Yeah.
that's
So that's
fucking
coming into
nuts.
play lately. The whole cuck thing, like personally for me, I wouldn't want to be in that situation. I don't want to see somebody with my partner. That's just not me.
Yeah, I don't.
Right.
I'm not
I
down
don't
for that.
share well.
I'm
Yeah.
not. Yeah, I'm not good at sharing my toys, right? But as a porn thing, like as a fantasy thing, I'll watch it.
Right.
No, but I
We.
haven't. Again, I haven't gone as far as watching gay cuck porn.
Right.
So
Yeah,
maybe
I
that's
don't think I've seen any of that. Now I have seen some gay porn because being in the 82nd and everything. Cav Scouts definitely made some gay porn, and that stuff made it out there. So, we sat there and we were making fun of some of those guys because, I mean, it's a Cav Scout. Go figure.
Yeah.
But
it's weird. The stuff. Go get sorry.
My eye-opening experience was when I was a brand new freaking private getting to Fort Campbell for the first time. Like, just got to my unit. Like, you got there on a Friday. All right, you check in on that Friday. Everyone's getting out for the weekend anyway. So, you're the new guy and everything. So, they got to haze you a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I get told, hey, go see if Grunvig wants to come out with us. He lives in this room over here. So I go knock on this door, and this guy's a corporal, mind you, okay? Like, he's already yelled at me and smoked me a couple times, throughout the day, So I'm already, kind of got this thing where it's like, well, I'm kind of scared of this guy anyway. And I knock on his door, and he opens it up, and the motherfucker's in a full leather gimp suit.
With the zipper and everything.
With the zipper and everything. And, like,
holy shit,
he's got the zippers in. It's like, brr. I was like, well, we're going to the bar. That they want to know if you want to come.
And you're still out trying to have a legit conversation with him.
He goes like this. He goes, no, and slammed the door in my face.
God bless him. He knows what he likes, man. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I mean, hey, he was a cool guy, though. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, he definitely did taught me some terms and things. Like, at that point I'm like, I didn't even know about BDSM back then either. Yeah. And he explained like the whole thing and the whole polygamy and all that stuff. I knew, I learned about the term vanilla and everything. And dude, I am vanilla as fuck.
Right.
All right.
No, we've had a threesome with our friend Audrey, and then I don't mind, I don't care, I'll share, it's not a thing for me, it's all about the experience. So we'll add a guy, I don't fucking care, to me, because it's I don't know, people always say is it a confidence thing, right? Is it a kink or a confidence thing? It's both, I guess. Right? Because look, if you do that, and this goes out to anybody, right? Because people have tried to do that to save their relationship too. Oh, we got to spruce it up. Let's do this. That never fucking works. Don't do that. Don't do that. That doesn't fucking work. That's not we're doing shitty. Let's either A, have a child, or B, bring in another person. That's a recipe for fucking disaster.
Absolutely.
Do not fucking do that.
There were marriage counselors that were pushing that shit way back in the day. Yeah. They were like, oh, you want to save your marriage? Have an affair.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, that's when I learned that I couldn't share, right? Back when I was, I reckon, 19, I had a girlfriend who was, a bit freer. She was a pretty free spirit. And a guy from work came over. We're hanging out. We're having beers and whatnot. And we just threw it out there. Hey, what about a threesome? He's like, fuck yeah, I'll spit roast your girlfriend with you.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's go. So we, all parties consented. We started for it. And then I'm in the situation and I'm like, this ain't sitting with me.
Yeah.
And so I got up, put on my robe, walked out of the room, made a cup of coffee, sat down in front of the TV and started watching TV.
That's
and
it.
She came out. She goes, what happened? Where are you? I said, sorry.
Just not into it.
Not into it. If you guys want to finish up, go for it. She's like, but it's weird without you there. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but it's weird for me to be there. So
yeah.
But for me as well, that ended up being a deal breaker as well, because then I never looked at her the same again.
Well, I don't know if I get it. I don't know if that's necessarily fair though. Especially because you all decided on it and shit.
I know. I was young, so
I didn't know
where my boundaries.
I know, and that's why I said it. But you don't know what you're into until you see it, right?
Yeah.
I remember sometime, and this is tame now, right? But the choking thing or the throwing up or whatever, shit like that. You never know what's your thing until you're like, oh shit, I felt something from that. I wonder why that is. So these people who have the weird ones, and again, it's not a shame thing, but the people who have the weird ones, I'm like, so are you hurting anybody and you're not getting paid for it? Do whatever the fuck you want. It fucking doesn't matter to me, man.
Yeah, as long as you're too,
like I said, life is too short. Yeah.
Do whatever you want in your bedroom.
You said it, man, and this triggered something that because I saw a video on this one earlier, It's it was little girls back in the day never
Right.
wanted their hair pulled. They didn't want to be choked. They didn't want to be
Yeah.
called names. And now they want it all.
It's all yeah.
There's like
it's
a
all
whole
in.
degradation kink going on. And
Yeah.
I swear
But then-
it's got everything to do with like 50 Shades of Grey and what is it, The Crown of Thorns or whatever the
Well,
latest story.
Well,
series is.
yeah, but I was with people before that, and it's stuff that they liked, and you do it. But the thing is that like after it was over, it was gone. It was just like, all right, let's go get food. Like they never like it was not a thing that they ever wanted to talk about outside because it's just what they wanted in that moment. Like
that moment,
a friend of mine, used to date a girl he found on a dating website, and her thing was she liked to call him daddy and like shit, like give me that daddy cock and like all kinds of shit. And she wanted to scream it and stuff. And I'm like, all right, I mean, if you're willing to do that, not that you like it, if you're just willing to do it for her, just fucking do it. But that's not something like I don't like. I don't like that. Like I don't even like it when, like the only time it's okay is if a Latina girl says it in Spanish because that shit is dope. Yeah, like that's just dope. But like, I don't get the daddy thing. Like, I don't want to be. I don't get it.
Look,
I have a son. Like, I don't want. Like, I don't want.
Yeah,
that's.
I
weird.
had a girlfriend that was into that too, and it always made my skin crawl. But it was.
I'm gonna have to ask my son about that one.
So I'll let you go.
Yeah.
You know, you want to call me daddy, call me whatever the fuck you want. Call me Ronald McDonald if that's what gets you going. But
yeah. No, that's a hard no for me. Like, but again, it's not like I'll end a relationship. I'll just be like, can we find like a midpoint and shit? Like, what else can you rock out with? Prior to, well, actually, I'm thinking about it now. No, because even before Hunter, I didn't like it, but now definitely don't do it. Like now it's really fucking weird. Like I don't understand. Like that to me is too close to peds. You know what I'm saying? Like and ancestral ones at that. Like I don't want any of that. Like don't call me anything like that. And it's where I bring it up to Sarah. She's like, "That's gross." She's like, "I don't want to do it either." I'm like, "Good." So we're meeting on an even playing field because no, I don't want to fucking do that. Boys, we've been in here for fucking 70 minutes. I can't believe we didn't start porn conversation until fucking 40 minutes after.
What other states we got?
Yeah. So is week 2 of our fucking, or what the fuck are people watching on porn?
All right, so let's wrap it up with this, right? Because I've got the 4 generations here.
Yes, yeah. Go for
it. There's 8 categories per generation. So I'm going to start with the boomers, okay? Starting at number 8 is bisexual male.
Oh,
and that's 38% more. BBW is number 7. Massage, we covered this one last week. That's at number 6. Cum shot is number 5.
Nice.
Mature at number 4. Hand job is at number 3. Now this one, this one has really thrown me off for the boomers, especially. Number 2 is transgender.
Wow, that is very taboo.
That's that's why, right? But B, does it mean stuff that they liked then or stuff that they're looking up now?
This is as of 2023.
Because there's 2 categories. There's a tranny category and there's a trans category. So like, is it all like, because I don't know, is it all rolled up into one now? Because normally you can't call one the other. They get really fucking mad about that.
Yeah, I don't know. But again, maybe it's just,
okay. Yeah, it's still. But again, it's I don't like it, so I want to do something to it in that same respect. Yeah. I
pulled this list from the Pornhub 2023 Insights. Okay. So this is all from last year, and the number one for boomers was smoking. So apparently, cigarettes in the bedroom get them going.
What? That's weird.
Cigarettes, cigars. It was the Hugh Hefner thing. The smoking jacket
for me. Yeah.
Oh, I agree. I don't find smoking attractive. That for me, I mean, the girl could be a 10, and if she pops that cigarette in her mouth, she's like a 1.
Yeah.
Gen X. This is for you boys.
All right, wait. Now we can like verify if this is what it is.
That's it. So Gen X at number 8, we got small tits. So that's cool. No,
Guy, for us,
For
dude,
30,
we
35 to
started.
54.
No, yeah,
Fuck
no,
that.
no.
No fucking way. Not even. I've never once searched for that shit. But go
No,
ahead.
That's got to
number
be why it's
7.
number 8.
Number 7 is bukkake.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 6 is fisting.
No. What the fuck?
Ooh,
I don't know what you
ouch.
guys are getting into.
Oh,
What was it? Number 5 is strap on. Number
what?
4. Number
What?
4.
Whoa.
Strap on. So
Whoa.
fisting,
Wow.
strap on. Number 4 is fingering.
We're,
Number 3.
first of all, we're not
Uh,
that lame. But go ahead.
no, but then number 3. This is where you guys and the boomers come together. All right. Number 3 is transgender. Number 2
All
is
right.
vintage.
Okay.
So
No.
we've been through that. Go to the fertility clinic for vintage. And number 1 for the Gen X generation, scissoring.
No. That okay. Out of that entire
No.
list, the only thing I've actively looked for, the one I agreed to Bukaki, because like everyone looked for that shit, right? Because that was like the thing. Trannies were great, not transgender. Because again, I don't want to upset anybody. Trannies are awesome. I love watching that shit. That shit is great. The rest of the shit I have never looked up once on purpose.
No.
Never. So what the fuck?
No. Now, yeah, about 3 things on there. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, but that's not. Wow, man, that's fucking
No.
weird. I mean,
All right, so we got now the millennials. They put this into an age group of 25 to 34. So
Yeah.
I've just learned that I'm a Zennial, but I'm right on the
Okay.
cusp of like Gen X millennial because I'm an
Okay.
86 baby. So I fall into kind of both of these categories, your category and the Gen
I
Y.
guarantee this one's better. Yeah.
So number 8 is Korean.
Okay.
Yep. Number 7 again for Gen Y is transgender. So there's 3
Okay.
generations that are into transgender. This one has me a little thrown off. Not sure how this works. Interactive porn.
That's when you
Yeah,
get to you get a click on it and like you can
Yeah.
move the mouse and it like, you know, the
That's because
the avatar does whatever
Yep.
it does.
Remember when Barney Rubble was talking about Leisure Shoot Larry? Rob knows what that is.
Oh
it's a
my
game with a
God,
little dude with
Leisure
a little
Suit
giant
Larry,
head.
man, that
Yep,
game.
and that was that, but that was us. That wasn't. Wow. Okay.
That was
all right,
us. Yeah, that was
so
us.
so now there's full 3D videos that you can make where like you buy into, and then you have the one person do something to somebody. So like you direct basically, and you can swing the
okay.
camera
Oh, no.
around and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, remember that Leisure Suit Larry, dude? Like, dude, go
Fucking
down the
game was
alleyway and
ridiculous.
catch something.
Game's fucking ridiculous.
Where are we? So number 5, it comes in as FFM.
Horse in the Oregon Trail.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Number 4 for Gen Y, aka millennials, is role play. Number 3 is
Okay.
cosplay.
Nice.
Yeah, and I've noticed an uptick in that lately.
Oh yeah.
Look, Judge, you got an audience.
Judge has got an audience on 2 categories here. Okay,
Dude, I just got 2 people who texted me and told me that I should just because I would make more fucking money because they're listening right now.
Yeah.
And I can't. I can't. I'll do it when I retire, sure, because then it doesn't matter. All right.
Number
what's
2 for millennials is tattooed women.
Nice. Okay.
And number 1
Okay.
comes in at muscular men. So you got 2
Hey,
categories that you can
I'm
fit
all over
in
that motherfucker, man. Shit, I should.
Well, I don't know. I mean, he could throw a wig on. He could go for the tattooed woman too.
Could do that too. I'd have to shave though, because then it would just be weird.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. No.
Between
I
your
mean, you
legs
could
and
do
the
that
whole
whole category too. There's bearded women now.
Yeah, but I would feel less sexy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Come on, I
yeah,
play Chase
true.
Stell, dude. I can't. Everything's got to be right.
Now,
all right, so
last
who's
generation,
next?
I've got Gen Z, 18 to
Okay.
24.
All right.
Number 8 is FFM.
Wow.
Entrance.
Okay.
Number 7 is virtual reality.
All right.
Number 6 is feet.
What the fuck? All right.
And I've never understood the feet fetish. Don't get
Nope.
it, but whatever. Again, I'm not shaming. Whatever.
Dude, they have a vajankle. It's a vajankle. It's a foot with a badge at the ankle.
I've
They call it
seen
a
that.
vajankle. It's a sex toy.
Yeah,
A
I
vajankle.
can't get on with that.
Look at Rob's like.
Instructions unclear. Dick is stuck in ceiling fan.
Number 5, we're at cartoon. Number 4 is smoking. Number 3, interactive again.
All right.
Number 2 is hentai, and number 1 for Gen Z is cosplay.
So a lot of fantasy stuff.
Yeah,
Like
but there's
6
a
out
lot
of
of
those 8 things
overlap
were
between the generations as well.
sure.
So
See,
both
I can't
boomers
do
and
it.
Gen Z are into smoking. They're the only 2 generations here that are into smoking porn.
It's so fucking weird. Dude, I don't even know anyone who. All right, like everyone's moved on to these. I don't know a single smoker anymore. Like I personally don't know a single smoker anymore. Everyone's gone to these, and I'm sure vaping is not one of the fucking categories.
No, I'm still smoking my rolly
Are you
tobacco,
really?
mate. Yeah.
No shit. I've never
Yeah,
seen. Oh wait,
You
I guess you
guys
just
and
don't
your
smoke in the house.
vices.
Yeah, I've got to quit, man. I'm tired of the fucking cigarette stains on my fingers, but
Before I just thought about that. Hi, sweetie.
hi.
I thought about a lady got pulled over. She was so drunk that she picks up a wet wipe and puts it to her ear. She's talking to the cops. She puts it to her ear and he goes, you know, that's a wet wipe, right? She goes, yeah, it's a phone too. And an act puts the wet wipe to her ear and starts talking to her brother. You have to watch these videos, man. They're fucking hilarious.
All right, well, I think we're gonna have to wrap this one up. We're at an hour.
Yeah, man, I got
now.
White Castle, son, and Checkers fries. We're doing the whole mix. We're gonna watch a movie.
Fuck yeah.
Well, dude, you got White Castle? No.
Yeah. Right.
I miss White Castle. Hey, real quick though, I got something for you. You ready?
Yeah.
Say, if you're not first, you're last.
Yeah, nice.
Ricky Bobby. She's adorable. What a little nugget.
Shake and bake, baby. Shake and bake.
Shake and bake.
I got her to say shake and bake too.
Before we go, you want to leave us with a live safety brief this week, man?
Yeah, I could do a live safety brief, and since we've been covering some rather pleasurable topics, I'm going to go ahead and key this safety brief towards. I'm going to key this one's towards safety.
Oh, what happened?
I pushed the wrong button. You're right. Keep going.
What happened?
Again.
Okay.
You're okay.
All right. So we're going to key this one towards safety. We have covered a lot of topics, people. We've covered some really great ones. We've covered some weird ones. Whatever your kink is, by all means, have fun.
Professional talk.
But listen, when you're in the shower and you're soaped up, please get a good base, because we don't want to hear about you falling and sitting on that shampoo bottle. And I know the EMTs really don't want to know about it either. So look, we want you here. We want you watching the show. We don't want to lose our viewers to slips and falls in the tub and shower. So look, put down the no slip mat, bring in the little old person shower chair so you could sit there and flog that Molly or, flip the bean, whatever it is you need to do. But please have fun and leave Fido out of it.
Yeah, please. I think we've established that fully. And if you ever get pulled over by the cops, know they won't take the cuffs off, and you can't call your mother. Sorry, can't do it.
That's it, man. All right, well, for this week, guys, I think we're just about done. So remember, give us some love. Just show us a little bit of love. Send us a message. Tell us what you think about the show. Give us a small rating if you'd like.
And give us a recommendation for what you want us to talk about.
Absolutely.
That'd be cool too. I'm going to put that up afterwards, because people are like, oh my God, like that's awesome. I want you guys to cover A, B, and C. So a fan-driven show would actually be really cool, where we just take questions of what people want us to fucking talk about. So I might do the NGL thing again, because you don't know if people want to be like, say it was them or not. So I'll put up one of those, and then we'll just do a fan-driven show next time, which could be really cool. And I'm going to start it now, so I'll have plenty of stuff.
Before we wrap this one up as well, I just want to give a special shout out to Pods Are Us on Instagram. They gave us a daily spotlight this week, spotlighted the podcast for us.
Hey.
And they've put remember the $10 billion coin flip clip that we did?
Yes.
So he shared that right across Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, the whole fucking
that's awesome.
thing. And so shout out to Pods Are Us for giving us a spotlight.
Yeah, that's big, man.
Any little bit of exposure helps us. So thanks to you guys. And with that, we're out of here.
Hey.
Peace.
Later.
And we're done, skis.
All right, I'm gonna jump